From my heart to yours, namaste. Welcome to Yoga with Dennis. Today I'm working with the spine. Especially in today's class, please remember this video is not medical advice. I'm not a licensed healthcare provider. Be sure, if you're new to yoga, that you have clearance from your physician or other licensed healthcare provider to practice yoga. And today, if you're working with any upper or lower back pain, please be very, very sure, never do anything that increases the discomfort. If you feel any sharp or burning sensation at any time in any pose, please immediately come out of the pose. Although many of my students have had success relieving upper and lower back pain with yoga, yoga is not a magic cure-all for back pain. There are some sources of back pain that can only be dealt with by a healthcare provider who can provide an accurate diagnosis and a treatment recommendation. Ideally, if you're dealing with something like that, get second opinions, get third opinions. Be sure about what you're working with. For me, today, aligning the spine is a lot about aligning the whole body. So there's some props that could be helpful to you. Please have a strap. A yoga strap is ideal, but if you don't have a yoga strap, you can use a belt or any other, a large, long cloth belt is especially good, but any should work. And have 2 yoga blocks. If you don't have yoga blocks in your home, just get 2 stacks of books. Make sure the books stack up to the same height so you have yoga blocks of equal length. My top book today is Love Poems from God by Daniel Ladinsky. A beautiful book to read anytime. Since a lot of working with the spine for me is about alignment, I'm going to talk to you first about some specific cues I'll be giving you as we move through our practice today. To begin with, come to sitting. Take the legs out to a loose straddle. Then take one hand, reach back, touch and be sure the sacrum is tilted forward. It does not lift the ribs. If that doesn't tilt it forward, please come up on a blanket. Place a blanket on your sticky mat and bring the sit bones forward so you feel like they're rolling off the blanket, and then check the sacrum again. Anytime we're in a seated pose, if you don't have that curve in the lower back and the sacrum tilted forward, please use a blanket underneath the hips with the sit bones to the edge of the blanket rolling forward to be sure the work does not go into the lower back, exactly where we don't want it, especially today. To begin, bend the right knee, flex the foot. Take the right hand to the top of the thigh. Take the left hand to the inner thigh. Now keep that top muscle soft and unengaged as you roll the big toes toward the midline to straighten the leg. This engagement of the inner thigh is rolling the inner thigh back in my cueing. Do that a couple of times. Again, if you're having trouble doing this, keep the foot flexed. Focus on rotating the foot in rather than turning the thigh bone. That will straighten the leg using the adductor, the muscle on the inner thigh. Do that a couple more times. Keeping this muscle soft, this engages. Then move to the left leg. Bend the left leg, flex the foot. Left hand on the top of the leg on the quadricep. Right hand on the inner thigh. Roll that toe toward midline to straighten the leg. Try that again. Be sure the muscle on the top of the leg is relaxed before you begin. Then keep it relaxed as you roll that toe in to straighten the leg. Do that a couple more times. Really focus on this muscle go and letting all the engagement come to the inner thigh. Once you've got that, take a block. Place it between the thighs. Squeeze your block. Flex the feet. Hands by the hips. Lift the ribs. Roll the shoulders out. Bend the knees. Roll the inner thighs back. Feel how that creates more space on the sides of the sacrum. Close your eyes. Do that a couple times. Lift the ribs if you're not feeling the opening on the sides of the sacrum. I hope you're feeling this action open the space around the base of the spine, right by the hips. Place your block out of the way. Please come to standing. Supporting the spine begins with aligning the foundation. Look down. Make sure the big toes are right parallel with each other and the arches are parallel. The line from the second toe to the ankle on both feet should be parallel. Make a fist with one hand. Bow down. Make that the space between the mouths of the big toes. Make sure that line from the second toe to ankle is in parallel. Then hands to the thighs, soften the knees, close your eyes. Rotate the inner thighs back. Feel how that lifts the arch of the foot. Equalize the weight on the inside and the outside of the foot. If the weight is more on the inside, roll that inner thigh back more on that outside, on that side until you feel the weight equalize between the two. Once you've got that, release the hands to the side, close your eyes. March in place, letting the alignment in the feet go. And stop. You notice my right foot is turned out more. That's my tendency. Which, if ever foot is turned out, if one is for you, that means you're bringing more weight to the other leg, more tightness to the lower back, and stress to the knee. To straighten that out, first of all, make sure the toes are in a line. Bend the knee, bring the weight to the heel. Use that inner thigh to bring the foot to parallel. Check the distance between the big toes once again. Bring the trunk of the body upright. Push more into the foot that was turned out. Use that to engage in your thigh. Bring the hip back. Lift the base of the ribs until you feel the hips equalize from side to side. Feel the hips equal. The thighs equal weight in both legs. If you're not sure about that, place the hands on the thighs, wrap the fingers around. Close your eyes. Bring more weight to the thigh of the foot was turned out. Then back off on that until you feel equal weight in both legs. Arches lifted, feet in line. When you've got that, bow forward, bring your hands to the knees. Bend the knees till you feel an energy leak out the front of the knee. Then close your eyes, slowly straighten the knee till you feel the energy going right through the center of the knee. Open your eyes. I hope you'll see the knee right over the arch of the foot. Inhale the trunk of the body upright. Bring one hand to the belly below the navel, the other hand to the sacrum. Draw the muscle until you feel the sacrum level. Then take that hand that was below the navel, two fingers on the other side of the notch in the ribs. Look at your hand. Bring the ribs back and straight up. Rib. Take your thumb on the back hand, touch the thumb to the base of the ribs, little finger to the sacrum. Make sure the ribs are right over the hips. Draw the navel to the spine to lift the ribs straight up. Don't let the base of the ribs fly forward. That alignment of the hips over, right below the ribs is going to bring more alignment to the lower back. When you've got that, touch the top of the ribs with the thumb and the pointer finger on either side of the midline. Close your eyes. Bring the breath all the way up to the top of the ribs on the inhalation. Then empty from the top of the ribs all the way down to the bottom on the exhalation. Keep that navel drawing in the spine enough so you feel the breath expanding the flesh on either side of the spine in the back body. Pull the shoulders forward and then slide those shoulder blades down the back. Feel how you created the space for that to happen by bringing the base of the rib back and bringing a full breath up to the top of the ribs. Hands, palms face up, out to the side. Full elevation to the top of the ribs. Melt the shoulders on the back. Lift the ribs. Now the head. Take your thumbs beneath the jaw. Pointer finger beneath the ear. Other three fingers on the temple. Lift the chin until you feel equal space on both sides, in the front, the back, and both sides of the neck. Then bring the skull straight back. You want want to feel this, the neck is straight up and down from the shoulder to the right beneath the ear. Again, take the hands behind the thighs, slide the shoulder blades down the space you ring. Close your eyes. If there's tension on the sides of the neck, lift the ribs more. There's a muscle, the scalene, that goes from the base of the skull to the top rib. So when you lift those ribs up, you release the space on the sides of the neck. Close your eyes. Find equal length in the front and the back of the neck and softness in the sides. If you don't feel softness there, bend the elbows, bring the upper outer arm bones back more and lift the ribs. Keep drawing the base of the ribs back, navel to the spine, lifting the ribs. Belly engaged. So in every pose we work with today, I'd like you to think of these same points through the pose. Equal weight on the inside and the outside, in front and the back of the foot. Arch slightly lifted using the inner thighs, knees bent. Engagement beneath the navel to tilt the pelvis slightly, making the sacrum level. Drawing the navel to the spine to lift the ribs and bring the breath into the back body. Base of the ribs over the hips. You can always check that with your thumb and little finger on the sacrum, thumb on the ribs. Shoulders flowing down the back. Head of the arm bones drawing into the rotator cuff. Head aligned. Hands, palms face up, elbows a little bit in back of the midline. Forearms parallel together. Draw the elbows down, the shoulders down, elbows are back, so it's happening in the back body. Find that alignment through the whole body. Equal weight on both feet, arches lifted, knees soft, lower belly engaged, navel coming to the spine, rib cage lifted, shoulder blades slid into that space on the line. Head aligned. Take a few breaths here. Release the hands, side palms out. Now take one hand to the sacrum, other hand to the curve of the neck. Bring the ribs back, lift the ribs, bring the head back till you feel the curve in the upper and lower body are equal. Feel how the neck and the flesh and the curve in the lower back are soft. The curve in the neck and the curve in the lower back always reflect one another. Keeping that in mind, release the hands to the side, palms facing out. Take a couple breaths here. Find equal softness in the curve in the neck and the curve in the lower back. We're going to be doing forward folds today, both standing and sitting. In forward folds, you want to create the alignment in the lower body. Lift those ribs. Gaze straight ahead. Now today, I'd like you to keep the spine straight all the way through the forward fold, so you're not going to bow forward, but instead hinge from the hips, spine straight. Take the hands to the thighs. Bring the spine parallel to lift through the top of the head, then knees, roll these inner thighs back. Then bow the ribs forward, keeping the spine straight. Not going to round the back today. Remember, this is about the spine. Close your eyes, take a few breaths here, recreate that same alignment we were just talking about standing. When you're ready, bend the knees, press the hands and thighs, bring the trunk of the body upright. Just width between my toes, front of the big toes equal, arches equal. In every stance today, think about this series of cues. Knees soft, inner thighs engage, open the base of the spine and bring the arches up. Engagement in the lower belly to level the sacrum. Navel to the spine, lifting the ribs. Shoulder blades slide into the space created by that on the back. Head aligned. front and back of the neck soft and equal. Sides of the neck equal. Lift the ribs more if the sides of the neck are tense. Now let's begin. Take the feet wide. Take the hands to the thighs and bring the 2 pointer fingers together. Check the thigh bones are equal distance apart. In my case, my right foot needed to come out a little bit more. Once you've got that, turn the feet out. Align. Take the hands, palms facing out, elbows by the hips. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Bring the hands to the thighs, soften the knees. Take a wider stance. Have your blocks in front of you if you're going to need some support to bring the hands to the earth. Bow forward with a straight side. See if you can bow forward far enough to bring the fingertips to the earth. If you have to bow forward to bring those fingertips to the earth, get your blocks, place them underneath your fingers. Bend the knees, roll the inner thighs back. Lift through the head. Now we're going to do cat-cow in this position. Inhale, lifting the ribs up to the cat. Exhale, deepen the pose. Lift up with the base of the ribs more. Inhale, forward to cow, dropping the belly to the earth, looking up the eyebrows. Exhale, deepen the pose. 2 more times. Inhale in cat, exhale, deepen the pose. Inhale to cow, exhale, deepen the pose. Inhale to cat, exhale, deepen the pose. Inhale to cow, exhale, deepen the pose. Bring the hands to the thighs. Inhale the trunk of the body upright. Find alignment again here with wide legs. Open the palms out so those shoulder blades slide into the space you create on the back. Then when you're ready, turn the right toes out. Notice your hips will be at a slight angle here, not exactly squared. This is a triangle pose. Push through the outer side of the left foot by the little toe side of the foot. Engage that inner thigh. Feel how that brings the right outer thigh back. Bring equal weight to both feet. When you've got that, take the hands to Anjali Mudra, hook the base of the thumbs and the notch in the ribs. Inhale, lift, exhale. Bow the right elbow to the inner thigh. Push the elbow in the inner thigh, bring that left shoulder on the back. Level the ribs and take 3 breaths here. On the third exhalation, bring the right forearm to the top of the thigh. Bend the knee over the arch of the foot. Left hand on the hip. Find stability here. Inner thigh firing on the left leg. Equal weight on both feet. Then sweep that left hand overhead to Utthita Parsvaktanasana. On the exhalation, let that right sit bone drop down more to the earth. Take a few breaths here. On the next inhalation, straighten that front knee. Turn the right toes in, left toes out. Hands to Anjali Mudra. Base of thumbs in that notch in the ribs. Inner thigh firing on the right leg this time. Lift the ribcage. Bow the left elbow to the thigh. Push the elbow on the thigh. Bring that right shoulder on the back. 3 breaths. third exhalation, bend that knee over the arch of the foot. Bring the left forearm to the very top of the thigh. Right hand on the hip. Find stability in the foundation. Then sweep that back hand overhead to Utthita Prasvakanasa. 3 breaths. On the third inhalation, bring the hand up. Take the feet forward. Bow with a straight spine. Cat cow once again. Inhale to cat. Exhale, deepen the pose. Shoulders along the back. Inhale to cow. Exhale, deepen the pose. Shoulders on the back. 2 more times. Bend the knees, bring the trunk of the body upright. Right toes out, left toes in. Find your stability for another triangle pose. Feel the hands and notch the ribs, hands down as you move up. Bow the elbow to the thigh. Bring the left shoulder on the back, straighten the ribs, keep lifting the rib cage to keep the work out of the lower back, align the head to be kind to the neck. 3 breaths, at least. The next exhalation, bring the right forearm to the upper thigh. Bend that knee over the arch of the foot. Take the left hand to the hip. When you're ready, sweep that left hand overhead and look up, Utthita Prasvakanasa. Breathe deeply. With each exhalation, let that right sit bone descend to the earth. Sweep the left hand up, straighten that leg. Change to the second side. And essentially lift the ribs. Right in your 5-5s, keep lifting the ribs. Bow the left forearm to the elbow to the thigh. Right shoulder on the back and breathe. On the next exhalation, bring the left forearm to the top of the thigh. Bend the knee over the arch of the foot. Take the right hand to the hip. On the exhalation, descend that left sit bone to the earth. Then inhale the right hand overhead, at least 3 breaths. Bend both hands to the earth, spin the back heel up. Bring that right knee to the earth. Take the left foot a little wider. Left knee right over the arch of the foot. Walk back the right foot if you need to get that back alignment. Take the heel of the left hand to the left heel. Right hand wide. Bow with a straight back toward the earth. Each exhalation, let the ribs float a little closer to the earth. Close your eyes. Breathe into the pose. Bring your intention completely to the breath and the sensations in your body. Remember, any pain come out of the pose. For more, let the hips descend down toward the earth. Stay with your breath. If there's any discomfort, come out of the pose. Otherwise, just soften those hips to the earth with each exhalation. Next exhalation, push in the hands. Bring the hips back till there's a straight line in the thigh bone from the hip to the earth. Walk the left foot a little bit in. Bring the left knee over the arch of the foot. Hug to midline. When you feel stable, bring the hands up to the hips. Straight spine. And on the exhale, let the hips descend to the earth. We're also going to do a long hold in this pose. With each exhalation, let the hips descend to the earth. If you feel balanced, close your eyes. Breathe into the breath. Your breath and the sensations in the body dominating your thoughts. Empty mind. When you're ready, push through the left foot to bring the hips back up over the back knee. Bring your hands to the earth. Come to all fours. Hands wide. Feet flexed, toes tucked under, knees equal. Inhale to cat, exhale, deepen the pose. Head of the arm bones in, shoulders on the back. Inhale to cow, exhale, deepen the pose. Inhale to cat, exhale, deepen the pose. Inhale to cow, exhale, deepen the pose. Inhale to cat, exhale, deepen the pose. Last one. Inhale to cow, exhale, deepen the pose. Walk your hands around so you're on your mat now. Step the right foot forward. If you like, bring that left knee back. Left thigh bone straight. Hands to the earth. Bring the hips forward. Hug to midline when you're stable. Bring the trunk of the body upright. Align the spine. Hands, palms face out are going to help you get that. Each exhale, descend that right sit bone to the earth. Make sure the right knee stays over the arch of the foot. Reposition the foot if you need to. Inhale the hips back. Bow the hands here. Take that right foot a little bit wider. Now the inner thigh. Right hand by the heel of the hip. Left hand really wide. Straighten the spine. And bow the ribs to the earth. Close your eyes. Ride on the breath with each exhalation. Let the base of the ribs draw deeper to the earth. Focus on the sensations in the right inner thigh and your breath. Any knee pain, reposition the foot. If the foot is not aligned with the second toe of the ankle with the side of the mat, you may get knee pain. Be meticulous in that foot alignment. Keep bowing the heart to the earth with each exhalation. Close your eyes and ride on the breath. Empty mind. Focus entirely on this moment. The past is gone. The future hasn't happened yet. All we have is this moment. Push through the hands to bring the hips back. Step the right foot back. Toes pointed. Knees together, feet together. Slide the hands forward and bow the forehead to the earth in puppy pose. If it works for you, slide the hands forward. Bring the elbows off the earth. Now pull the hands back. Bend the elbows, shoulders solemnly on the back. Focus on the breath in the back body here. Push through the hands, walk the hands back, coming back to all fours. Walk the knees to the left side of the mat. Bring the hips over to the right. Slide the right hand forward. Right ear rests on the upper arm, palm face up. Come to Sesha Asana, Vishnu's couch. Bring that top shoulder on the back again. Maybe drop the gaze, find that alignment in the ribs. Then you're ready. Bend the left knee. Grab the foot to the ankle, bring the thighs together. See if you can bring the heel all the way back to the sit bone. Use the strap if the ankle's far away. If you want to bring the work higher in the hips, slide the knee forward. If you're happy where it is, leave the knee where it is. Left shoulder on the back and breathe. Don't bring tension to the neck here. If you need to, bend that right elbow, make a fist and bring the hand to the back of the skull for support. When you're ready with an inhale, release that left foot. Take the bottom foot all the way out until it's perpendicular to the mat. Roll to the left. Come to the forearms. Tuck the left foot. Tuck the big toe under. Push through the left big toe. Roll the hip toward the extended leg. Breathe into that stretch all the way from the right outer thigh up into the ribs. Look at your right elbow. Twist the ribs more to the right. When you've got that, look from elbow to elbow. Make circles with the nose. Close your eyes. Look for any stuckness to release in the neck. And then make circles the opposite direction. When you're ready, push through the hands to bring the trunk of the body upright. Swing the legs all the way over to the other side. Slide the left hand forward to come to Sesha Asana, Vishnu's couch. You're resting on the upper arm, knees soft a bit. Find that right shoulder on the back. Find the alignment in the spine we're working with today. When you're ready, bend the right knee, grab the foot of the ankle, or use your strap. Flex the foot. See if you can bring the heel all the way to the sit bone. If you'd like to bring that work more up in the hip, bring the knee forward. If you're happy where it is in the quadricep, just leave that knee where it is. Right shoulder on the back, keep breathing. Islandization, release the right shin. Stack the legs once again. Bring the left leg forward. Check that there's a square angle between the thigh and the sticky mat. Roll to the right, bring the forearms to your mat. Flex the back foot. Tuck the big toe under. Roll the top hip to the extended leg. Gaze comes to the left elbow. Rotate your ribs more to the left. When you have that, look from side to side. Check the shoulder blades are on the back, but this will go into your rotator cuffs. When you're ready, close your eyes. Draw circles on your sticky mat with your nose, releasing any stiffness in the neck. This reverse direction. When you're ready, push through the hands to bring the trunk of the body upright. Walk the right foot in. Grab the shin if that helps you come upright. Bring the foot to the inner thigh. Here. Now take your left hand, reach back, touch the sacrum with slightly tilted forward. Lift the ribs to make that happen. If that still doesn't make it happen, reach for your mat blanket. Take the front corner of the blanket underneath the hips. Position the sit bones right at the edge of the sticky mat. So the sit bones are almost coming off the roll, rolling the hips forward. Engage the inner thighs for more. Check that you've got that sacrum tilted forward. When you've got that, take your strap today, even if you normally can reach the foot. Throw the strap over the heel. Wrap the strap around the knuckles, pull with the strap, lift the ribs, find that straight side. Align the rib cage with the thigh of the left leg. Then bow forward with that straight back we were talking about. Hands come wide. You may not go as far forward as you normally do. Don't worry about that. With each exhalation, let the ribs bow closer to that left thigh. Keep that straight back. Keep breathing. Close your eyes, breathe into the pose. With each exhalation, let the base of the ribs melt further forward. Make sure those shoulders stay on the back. Check you have a soft neck. Close your eyes and breathe in the dark. See if you need to bring the upper outer arm bones back to keep from stressing the rotator cuff and closing off the top of the ribs. Inhale the trunk of the body upright. Place the fingertips on the ribs, lift the ribs. Close your eyes. Rotate the ribs to the left. Bring the right hand to the left outer thigh. Left hand right by the sacrum in the back of your hips. Deepen the twist. Twist from the rib cage. Don't look with your eyes. That'll tighten the neck. And inhale, release. Right forearm on the left, right thigh, left forearm on the left thigh. Interweave the fingers. Lift the ribs. Find that straight spine. Bow the heart forward between the legs with a straight spine. Bend that left knee if you feel the start to go in the lower back. Softly inhale the trunk of the body upright. Switch to the second side. Right foot forward. Left foot on the right inner thigh. Pull the heel back isometric. Push the left shin into the earth. Again, check if there's a tilt in the sacrum. If there isn't, sit on your blanket if you aren't already. Throw the strap over the heel. Wrap the strap around the knuckles. Pull and lift the ribs. Rib cage faces the right thigh. Straight back. Bow the heart forward. Keep that straight spine. Don't round the back today. Don't worry about reaching for the foot even if you know what to do. With each exhalation, deepen the bow of the rib cage to the thigh. Close your eyes. Breathe in the river of your breath. Check the upper outer arm bones are back, shoulders on the back. Rib cage lifted. Don't round the spine today. Look at the toes, find softness in the neck. If the neck isn't soft, check if the shoulders can descend and the shoulder blades come more on the back, and lift the ribs. Nod the head, find softness on both sides of the neck. Then close your eyes and breathe into the pose. Empty mind, feeling only the sensations in this minute. The past is gone, the future doesn't exist. All we have is now. When you're ready, inhale the trunk of the body upright. Release the strap. Bring the right forearm to the left thigh, left forearm to the left thigh. Interweave the fingers. Push into the forearms to lift the ribs. Bow the straight back between the legs. Keep lifting the ribs. You should feel the weight coming to the front of the sit bones. If you rock back on the rear of the sit bones, this will go into your lower back. We don't want that today. Inhale the trunk of the body upright. Touch the ribs with both fingertips. Lift the ribs. Twist the ribs to the right. Bring left hand to the right outer thigh. Right hand right by the sacrum. Lift the ribs in, deepen your twist. Ribs twist. Don't lead with the head, that's going to tighten your neck. With an inhale, release. Hands on the earth, lift the ribs again. Bend the right knee. Bring the left foot over to the right. Heel by the hip. Equal weight on both hips. Take the right foot to the outside of the left thigh. Hug the shin and bring that right sit bone to the earth. If that right sit bone isn't on the earth, take the foot to the inside of the left leg by the shin. Pull on the shin to lift the ribs. Recreate that straight back. Then you're ready, begin to twist the ribs, not the head, to the right. Take the right hand to the earth. Bring the left elbow to the outside of the thigh if that's available to you. If not, keep the arm straight. Push. Left arm into the thigh. Lift the ribs using the right hand and deepen the twist. Keep twisting in the ribs, not the head. See if you need to release those shoulders on the back to keep the rope out of the neck and the rotator cuffs. With an inhale, release. Walk the right foot over to the neck, stacking knees and Gomakasta, cow face pose. Hands to heels. Pull the heels back isometrically. Lift the ribs. Bring the right hip back. Bring equal weight to the right sit bone. Hands to the top of the thigh. Lift. Descend the shoulders on the back. Check there's no stiffness in the neck. And when you're ready, keeping the straight back, bow the rib cage forward to the right knee. If you feel this going into the lower back, back off. Grab the shin. Lift the ribs more by pulling on the hands. Don't go as far forward as you feel stress in the lower back. Keep lifting those ribs, spine straight, sacrum tilted forward. With an inhale, come up. Keep holding on to the right shin. Right foot forward, left foot forward. Bring the right heel outside the left hip, left foot outside the right thigh. Grab the shin and pull. Lift the heart, descend the shoulder blades on the back. If both sit bones on the earth again, take that foot to the inside of the shin. Lift more, lift more, lift more. Begin to twist. Left hand by the sacrum, right hand on the shin. Twist the ribs to the left, not the head. Bring the right arm on the left thigh. If available, bend the elbow. If not, keep that arm straight and twist. Keep lifting the ribs to twist deeper. Exhale, release. Walk the left foot over to the right, stacking the knees. Hands to heels, pull the heels back, isolate, ground both sit bones. Grab the shin. Lift, 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 lift until you feel the sit bones rolling forward, the load coming off the lower back. Keep that as you bow the rib cage forward. Close your eyes and breathe. If the work starts to go into your back, pull with your lower back, pull with your hands more. Lift the heart until it's out of your lower back. And back off a little bit and keep breathing there. With an inhale, release. Take the soles of the feet together, coming to Baddha Konasana, bound ankle pose. Hands underneath the shins, elbows in the ears, thighs. Pull back with the heels isometrically, lift until you feel the weight coming to the front of your hip bones. Rib cage back, ribs over the hips. Upper outer arm bends back, shoulder on the back. Check there's no tension in the neck. You may even need the base of the skull back. Breathe here. Push the elbows into the thighs. Let the thigh bones descend closer to the earth. Close your eyes and keep breathing. Keep those upper outer arm bones back to be kind to your rotator cuffs. See if you need to nod the head and realign the head to take the stress out of the back of the neck. On an exhale, release all that. Take the hands to the front of the shins now. Bring the feet forward more to our Omega pose. Pull on the shins, lift the heart. If you feel stress in the knee, bring those heels back. Bow with a straight spine. hands to the side of the knees, roll back, around the back now. Keep breathing into the back body. Knees over to the right, hands to the right. Set the left foot forward. Come up to the right knee. Left forearm on the thigh. Right hand you got push. Bring yourself upright. Come to standing on your sticky mat once again. Find that alignment we started class with. Lift up through the top of the head, lift the ribs, descend the shoulder blades. Keep lifting the ribs. No stress in the lower back. Palms facing the leg. Bring the elbows back, you feel the shoulders right back, and the rotator cuffs releasing. Right elbow up, look to the right, lift the right side of the ribs. Exhale down. Left elbow up, look left side of the ribs, look a little to the left. Close your eyes, move to side. On the inhalation, lift the elbow up slightly in the ribs. On the exhalation, release. As you move from side to side, focus on creating space between the hips and the base of the ribs. The more space there is there, the more the diaphragm can drop down, the more the breath is going to support the spine. Pause. Keep that alignment. Bring one hand to the neck, the back of the other hand to the sacrum. Pick it right above the sacrum with that curve in the lower back. Close your eyes. Equalize the curves in the upper lower back. The lordotic and cervical curves always reflect one another. Release the hand that's on the neck, bring it by your side. Keep that hand in the curve in the lower back. Now, bring the head forward. Feel how that tightens in the lower back. Once again, bring the head back and align. Look down and bring the head forward. Feel how that tightens the lower back. This is why looking down at your smartphone all the time can bring lower back pain and straightens the curve out of the neck, which brings more stress to the rotator cuffs and the neck. Align once again. Find equality in both those curves. Keep the hand back to the neck, lift the skull, engage the inner thighs more. Keep lifting those ribs, slide the shoulder blades down. Keep the breath strong in the back body. Close your eyes in, bring the navel more to the spine, breathe more into the back body. Widen the flesh on the sides of the spine all the way from the sacrum up to the neck. Keep breathing into this. When you've got that, release the hands aside, take the palms face out. Keep breathing into the whole spine. Begin to wiggle the hips from side to side. Bending the right knee, bring the hips to the left, bring the left knee, bring the hips to the right. Begin to draw big circles with the hips and reverse direction. Come to stillness. Bring your fingers to the ribs. Bow down, bring the ribs back. Bring them to the right, bring them to the left. Bring them forward, down. Draw circles with the ribs. Inhale the ribs forward, exhale, bring them back, big circles. And switch directions when you're ready. Take the elbows by the hips, forearms parallel to it. Bring the elbows back, base the ribs back, slide the shoulder blades on the back. Bring the hands up to cactus arm. Here, right hip to the right, right elbow up. Left hip to the left, left elbow up. Move from side to side, keep bringing the outer arm bones back. Find movement here that feels strong and supported in both rotator cuffs. When you're ready, interweave the fingers behind the skull and the little finger inside of the hand beneath that legs and the skull right above the spine. Lean your head back in the hands. Lift the skull. Bend the knees, descend the pelvis. Bring the hips to the right, head a little to the right. Hips to the left, head a little to the left. Move from side to side. Draw circles with the top of the head. Shoulder blades on the back, head of the arm bones in to keep from loading the rotator cuffs. Find softness in this movement at the top and the bottom of the spine. When you're ready, one hand on the neck, other on the sacrum. Draw circles with the nose and with the hips and with the ribs. Loosen up the whole spine. She likes to be liquid and mobile. Release the hands aside. Take the feet wide. Bring the forearms to the thighs. Bend forward. Look at your toes. Feet aligned. Inner thighs rolling back. Spine straight. Shoulders on the back. Take a big inhalation. Drop the chin to this. Locking in Jalabandha. Roll the breath around in the belly. And in reverse direction. Exhale, release. So in this pranayama, you're taking a very deep inhalation, dropping the chin to us, locking the breath in, and then rolling the breath around like a big bowling ball, belly to one side, then the other. Then take 3 recovery breaths. Do that 3 times. Take a big inhalation to fill all the way to the ribs, drop the chin to your chest, roll that bowling ball around the belly to one direction, then the other. Exhale, release. Take 3 deep, full, smooth breaths. Last time. Big inhalation, fill all the way to the top of the ribs. Drop the chin to the chest, locking the breath in. Roll that breath around in the belly in one direction, then the other direction. Look at your toes and just breathe in this posture. Feel how the strength of the air in the belly can make the spine liquid and smooth and brew more space between the vertebrae. Look at the earth. Bring the right foot out to one side. Step the left foot back. Bring the hands to the earth. Bring your knees to the earth. Take the hips to the right. Have your strap handy. And grab the back of the thighs, roll down to the earth, move the vertebrae at a time. With the spine, earth to measure, straighten your spine. Toes pointing straight up. Pull the heels back, isolate your knees, bend, rotate those inner thighs. Bring the base of the ribs to the earth so they're in line with the hips. Release the upper outer arm bones to the earth. Maybe walk the base of the skull to the top of your mat to align the spine. Breathe in this posture. Navel reaching the spine, breath in the back body. Find the sweetness of this alignment. With each breath, think of widening the space between the vertebrae and the spine. Now find the minimum muscular engagement that lets you keep the knees softly bent, the inner thighs moving back, the rib cage on the earth, the upper outer bottom bones releasing to the earth, and then widen your breath with each inhalation to that softness. On the next inhalation, open your eyes. Bend the right knee, bring the right foot to the earth. Bend the left knee, bring the left foot to the earth. Bring the whole sacrum to the earth. Look to the left, lift the right side of the ribs. Look to the right, reach the left side of the ribs up. Bring the hands down, Mudra. Inhale, reach the hands up to the heavens. Separate the hands so the hands are right over the shoulders. Descend the upper outer arm bones to the earth. Begin to draw circles with the hands. And reverse direction. Feel how nice this feels to have the head of the arm bone thoroughly integrating the rotator cuff. The palms facing each other. Bend the hand back and then flip it forward as if you're passing the ball between the hands. Close your eyes. Let the elbows be soft. Keep the breath coming to the very top of the ribs. When you're ready, as long as there's no rotator cuff pain, palms facing each other, begin to bring the thumbs to the earth. Bend the elbows, bring the hands to Anjali Mudra. Pace the heel of the thumbs on the third eye. Bring the elbows up to the forearm and straight up, upper arm is straight up to the sky. Breathe into the sides of the heart. Release the right hand to the earth, left hand to the earth. Find the strap, place it in your right hand. Bend the right knee, place the right shin on the left thigh. Place the strap over the right heel. Don't bring the head of the shoulders off the earth to do that. If you need that, walk the left foot back to bring the right foot closer to you. Grab your strap. Even if you normally reach for the foot, grab the strap today. Inhale. The right foot up. Slide your hand down the strap till the right upper arm bone is pressing into the earth. Rotator cuff integrate. Take the left leg long. Bend the elbow. Bring the toes further forward. Flex the left foot with the heel back isometric. Ground that sit bone. Breathe into the right hamstring. On an inhale, release that foot up. Take the left hand to the strap. Again, slide the hand down the strap to the upper outer arm bone is on the earth. Take the right hand to the side. Bring that right foot over to the left. Keep breathing. Slowly let that foot descend to the earth. Take it down at least till the leg is parallel to the earth. Rest the left forearm on the earth. Push through the heel, bring the right side of the chest to the earth and breathe. Bend the knee. Place the strap in the right hand. Inhale up. Once again, slide the hand down to the strap. High Cappy. That's Cappy. With an inhale, release the right leg down there. Release the strap. Bend the right knee, foot on the earth. Left shin to the right thigh. Place the strap over the left heel and hold it in your left hand. Inhale, the foot, heel up to the side. Slide the hand down the strap to the upper outer arm bone is on the earth today. Breath all the way to the top left side of the ribs. And straighten the right leg. Pull the right heel back, symmetric ground that sit bone. And on each exhale, let the toes come further forward to the skull. Bring the right hand to the strap. You can slide down that strap to the upper outer arm bone is the earth. Back left hand to the earth. And bring the left foot over to the right.
Release till it's parallel to the earth. Right up around the earth. Slide down the strap as much as you need to get that. Push with the heel and bring the left side of the ribs to the earth. Bend the knee. Set your strap off to the side. Left knee bent, foot on the earth. Right knee bent, foot on the earth. Keep the feet a little wider. Take your strap today. Throw it across the ankles. Even you normally can grab the ankles. Wrap the strap around the knuckles. Walk the left shoulder on the back. Right shoulder on the back. Pull on your strap. Lift the base of the ribcage and lift the hips up into bridge pose. Lift the ribs, drop the sit bones down to the earth. Good neck curve in the lower back. If the neck is feeling tight, walk the base of the skull to the top of the succubat. On an exhale, round down, touching one vertebrae at a time to the earth. On the inhale, round the back, roll one vertebrae at a time back up to bridge pose. Keep doing that on the exhalation, rolling one vertebrae at a time down to your sticky mat. On the inhalation, tuck the tailbone, roll one vertebrae at a time all the way up to bridge pose. Close your eyes. Let this become a meditation. Find the minimal muscular energy you need to keep moving through the pose. Let the shoulders be soft. Let the breath be soft. Focus on the movement in the spine. Ironing out all the spaces between the vertebrae. If there's any difficulty in tension in doing this, stop. Next time the spine is thoroughly on the earth at the base of the exhalation, release. Press your strap off to the side. Bring the knees to the heart. Now, place the left foot on the earth, hug the right shin. Bring the knee forward, keeping the whole pelvis on the earth. Breathe as you pull the knee toward the chest. Release the right foot to the earth. Bring the left knee to chest. Grab the shin. And keep that whole pelvis on the earth, especially the sacrum, as you pull the knee toward the chest. Let the knee come slightly toward the sticky mat. Bring the right knee up, grab both shins. Now keep the whole hip on the earth. Don't bring the knees forward so much the hip comes up. Pull the knees to the chest. Push by tilting the sacrum if you need to keep the hips on the earth. When you're ready, bring both hands to the left shin. Extend the right leg on the earth. Pull the knee more toward the heart. Take the right hand, grab the top of the thigh right above the knee. Release the left on the earth. Inhale, bring that right knee over to the left. Don't let that left side of the ribs come off the earth. On each exhalation, let the shin descend more to the earth, but never so far that the left shoulder comes off the earth and left side of the rib cage. Close your eyes. On each exhalation, let that shin melt further toward the earth. Both feet are pointed. Keep breathing long, slow, deep breaths. Focus on the moment, empty mind. Let your mind be filled with the breath and the sensations of the mind. When you're ready on inhale, bring the knee up. Bring the left foot to the earth. And the right knee foot on the earth. When knees toward the heart, grab the shins. Tilt the sacrum to be sure that you're keeping this whole pelvis on the earth. Again, hug the knees to the chest, upper outer arm bones on the earth. Straighten the left leg, point the foot. Hands on the right shin now. Bring the shin toward the heart. Take the left hand, grab the outer thigh right above the knee. Right hand palm face up on the earth. Begin to bring that right knee over to the left. With each exhalation, send the shin toward the earth, but never so far that the right side of the ribs or the right shoulder comes off the earth. Close your eyes, breathe into the pose, long, slow breaths. Right shin descends more to the earth with each exhalation. Stay focused on the peace and quiet in this moment. Feel the flow of the breath, the actions of the muscles, the flow of pranic energy in your body. Next, inhale, bring the knee back up, place the right foot on the earth. Hands palm face up out to the side. Slide the shoulder blades down the back, right the left shoulder on your back, walk the right shoulder on your back. Then left knee, take the feet as wide as you're sticking at. Focusing on the work at the top of the thigh bone on the exhalation, descend the right knee toward the left shin. Don't bring it over so far that the right hip comes off the earth. Inhale up, exhale, left knee comes in and windshield wipers. Close your eyes, keep moving from side to side. On each exhalation, one knee descends. On the inhalation, it comes up. On the exhalation, the other knee descends. Notice if the side of the hip is coming off the earth and don't go as deep. And add another movement as the legs, right knee falls in, look over to the right. As the left knee falls in, look over to the left. Keep moving with your breath. One more thing, keeping the upper arms to the earth, bring the hands up. Pass that ball back and forth to the right hand as the left knee comes in. The left hand as the right knee comes in. Close your eyes, keep moving the knees, the head and the hands with the rhythm of your breath. If you're feeling any stuckness in the lower back of the neck, check your alignment, see if you need to walk the base of the skull toward the top of the mat. Be sure the shoulder blades are firm on the earth, and the upper outer arm bones are to center. Keep breathing and moving with the breath. Keep checking for any tension in the neck of the lower back. Reposition yourself to remove that tension if you need to. Full breaths each time. Navel drawing the spine so the breath is in the back body. And feeling that expansion between the space in all the vertebrae with each inhalation, all the way from the sacrum, especially through L4, L5, all the way up to the neck. Take those inner thighs and find just enough so the curve of the lower and the upper back are equal. Let your mind be empty. Focus on the breath and all of these movements. slow down the movement. Come to stillness. Loose the back of the head, so you walk the feet together. Center of the skull on the earth. Shoulders reaching for the earth. Breathe. Find your strap. Bring the knees to the heart. Bring the strap around the thighs. Elbows on the earth by the side of the ribs. Hold the strap on both ends. Inhale, the heels up to the sky. Draw circles with the heels. Try to bring the heels far enough forward so you feel this weight coming right down to the lower back. Move in circles or figure eights. It's like movements that feel sweet and open on the sides of the sacrum. As you're doing that, add drawing circles with your nose of the ceiling. Close your eyes. Open the sacrum and the spine right at the base of the skull. If this is too much for you, bend the knees. Keep circling the knees with the strap. Focus here is on bringing softness to the neck of the sacrum. Don't do things that challenge. Let the feet come to the earth. Reposition the head if you need to. Fingertips touch the base of the ribs. Feel the expansion in the lower belly of the ribs and the top of the ribs with each inhalation. And let the breath flow out from top to bottom. Breathe into the softness here. Flex the left foot from the heel forward long in the earth. Almost in Savasana, but not yet. Flex the right foot with the heel horn. Just the sides of the big toes here. Hands, palms face up. Draw back the heels isometrically. Fire the inner thighs with the upper outer bones here. Inhalation, exhale, release in Shavasana. Feet roll out, upper arm bones roll out. Release all the muscular energy in your body. If you feel any tension in the lower back, bend the knees, roll to one side, strap the thigh bones together, and then come back to Shavasana. Thigh bones should be strapped right at the most muscular part of the thigh. Strap should be fairly tight, so you're keeping the thigh bones together to take the stress off the lower back. Don't put a blanket underneath your knees. That will bring more stress to the lower back when you get up. Breathe into Shavasana. Release conscious control of the breath. Observe where the breath and the energy chose to flow in your body today. Notice if on the inhalation you feel energy flowing from the palms of the hands into the heart and down to the navel. Then notice if on the inhalation you feel energy flowing from the arches of the foot, up the inner thighs, up the spine, all the way to the heart, and then down into the navel. You won't necessarily feel these. It doesn't matter if you don't. I'm talking at this point about what I feel in my practice, not what you feel in yours. Also notice in the inhalation, feel energy drawing in through the top of the skull to the heart and to the navel. Notice how on the exhalation you feel your warm breath carrying moist energy up through the heart, through the throat, and all the way out the top of the skull. Releasing to your feelings, the feelings in the muscles, the feelings in the breath. If you feel energy flows in the body, notice them too. Wherever you notice them, you've got to be right. With over 72,000 bodies in the human body, any place you feel the energy flowing is right for you. With each exhalation, let go of everything that doesn't serve you. With each inhalation, draw strength in through the whole body. You're strong. You're just who you meant to be right now. Please feel free to stay in Shavasana if you wish while I close off this. I'm going to bend one knee at a time. Bring the hips over and roll to the opposite side. Using the energy in the opposite hand, bring the trunk of the body upright. Thank you so much for joining me today for Yoga with Dennis. May your heart be filled with peace and may your spine be calm. Thank you so much. Teacher is nothing without students. To the perfectness in your heart.